2023 France. What appears to be a revolution
Of riot police are all stacked up, and in the last
is nothing more than confusion over an inevitable kick of the can down the road to prevent future collapse in advance because of what the institution owes. Broken promises over distribution have led to violent retribution. You can't expect the average human to comprehend that this is a necessary contribution. Hence, the United States has found another resolution to continue kicking this can down the road, and it involves dilution. You see, while the French president faces persecution, the United States quietly kicks the can down the road through illusion.
$1,200 in New York City is not enough.
You see, you're paying an invisible tax, which is clouded by pollution of smoke screens. But reality is not what it seems. There is no solution. There's only an inevitable conclusion. The entire system is a Ponzi scheme. It depends on future contributions. And the human population has gone through a very fascinating evolution. There's more elderly and less teens. And you see what this means? And all of this is a consequence of the death of family.
Anyways, why is the economy like this? Why can men really no longer buy a house or support a family on their one income?
Gerbert Johnson recently created a video where he articulated all the reasons for the death of family, as well as its obvious and hidden consequences.
This is a quote from Friedrich Engels, who was a close associate of Karl Marx. The first condition for the liberation of the wife is to bring the whole female sex into public industry, and this in turn abolishes the monogamous family as the economic unit of society.
However, I did want to add on to his list with what I believe to be the most significant consequence, and that's the failure of the social security system, pensions, whatever. With populations in advanced countries not growing at the rates they were, inevitably there will be an insufficient amount of workers to support the retired. Just like any Ponzi scheme, this system must eventually reach its demise. It's not sustainable. However, since the US dollar is the world's reserve currency, the can be kicked down the road for a very long time. Chaos, like what was observed in France, can be avoided through hidden tax, inflation. While the chaos will be postponed, it still is inevitable. As the dollar continues to dilute, the Pareto distribution will only grow more intense. The rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. And this isn't even considering other external factors like genetic engineering, which we've talked about before. As quality of life continues to degrade for the majority, chaos will be inevitable regardless. But hey, I try not to worry about these things that are not in my control, and I encourage you to keep a stoic mindset too. You can't solve this. All empires rise and fall, and this is going to be how ours falls.
It's just very funny to think how people in the black pill community are more aware of the true root of this than any politician or economist ever would be. Reality is not what it seems, but it seems it always comes back to the importance of genes.
Cost me so much, I got nails in my hand. City on fire like Bethlehem. Tested my faith and I fell in a trance. Blessings on blessings, they fell in my hand. Coming from the rack, we the home of the drillers. Coming from the hundreds, you got change for $1 billion. Coming for the house, real change in a minute.